Welcome to Real Talk Sundays, our weekly sit-down where we hit pause on the chaos and talk about what's really going on here on the homestead. Around here, we share the ups and downs of homestead life, what's working, what's not, and all the little lessons in between. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Sundays. We're not in our normal spot by the campfire because we decided we'd make use of our quality time here where it's nice and quiet. The kids are not here at the moment, and we'd go ahead and knock our Sunday talk out.
We ain't far from the campfire. You can't see. You see the stack of wood behind us, and if you watched our other videos, you know it's just on the other side of it, and it's going.
And we're using the smoke because the mosquitoes are definitely out. Trust me. And the gnats. We got our trusty little thermocell. I just fired it up. It'll take it a minute to kick in, but we forgot to get it started before we set up out here. But this will be a video that drops this week. How we make use of all our jalapeños that come off during the summer in our garden. And they last us the entire winter. In fact, we were just talking about how it was perfect time, and we have 2 packs left from last season in the freezer. And you got your jumbo there. Mm-hmm. So be sure, if you got jalapeños growing and coming off like crazy like we do right now, be sure and check this video out. Like I say, it's due to drop this coming week. It'll probably be Friday. We'll show you a little hack on how we preserve them and freeze them and have them meal ready for the entire winter. But
it's all quick, don't take but a second. You can pop in the air fryer, you can throw them on the grill, you can pop in the oven. Either way.
And the way we do them, they don't take up a whole lot of space. So check that video out. We'll stop there before we spill the whole can of beans. But the rain finally let up for us this week, and we did have an opportunity to get out there and plant us some more peas finally.
Monday afternoon, finally.
Monday afternoon, without them washing away. They are actually up and have sprouted. We got a good little stand. We replanted the okra, a whole nother row of the okra, and I think it's going to get a good enough jump start that if it does come another downpour, for those of you that's just tuning in, we've had a tremendous amount of rain here lately, and it has. We have planted okra and peas.
Third time.
This was our 3rd time.
All right, guys. Our gardening this year has been a challenge for us, to say the least. Our tomatoes and stuff's doing good. Peas, planted some old seeds. I know to buy fresh seeds now every year, or either put them in the freezer when I store them instead of a dry box. We planted okra. It has rained every day for about 3 weeks now. Today is the first day it has not rained in a couple of weeks. But our first plant of okra pretty much washed away. We're fixing to plant probably the last planting. If it washes away, then it just washes away. But I don't want to give up. We just got off work. It's a work week. Me and Mama both work full-time jobs. But I can't stay in our garden looking like this. Got to have something coming up. You don't eat okra seed.
Ready.
No, I ain't tricky, dear. You gonna cover them up for us?
Retta, will you get out of this shot? Oh, you want to be in the middle of everything? Say.
And I'm planting them extra thick. Because I'm bound and determined to have something grow out here this year.
Retta thinks that you laid this road just for her. That
Huh?
cool, fresh dirt. I see you found some peas.
I thought these were off limits.
Well, I was saving them for a very, very rainy day that we might have, but
That must be special then.
you are. But the good thing about them is if they end up being the only stand of peas in this patch right here, we'll save the seeds for next year off of these because there's nothing for them to cross-pollinate with.
I think I'm watering them as I go.
Sweating?
No wind.
Yeah, it's very humid out here.
It's hotter than a chili fart out here, boy.
A chili fart. They pink eye purple, they pink eye purple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite kind?
They're both our favorite, especially yours. They're easy to shell.
Yeah, they are the easiest.
And easy to pick.
I don't like them little bitty ones.
My favorite pea is the sedante, but they're so little bitty and aggravating shell.
Yeah, them and white acre.
But these are just as good, as flavor-wise.
Zippers are pretty easy to peel. Shell too. Hopefully, you'll be able to keep these in the ground long enough to get a stand.
Just will not quit raining down here. Which, that's the other patches right here is not the rain's fault. That's seeds I had bought last year and the year before, and I didn't put them in the freezer. I just stuck them in a dry box in the building. They just didn't come up.
But it was a good year to try them out. Now
yeah,
we know.
We didn't need them. I was just wanting to plant them to give them away. But I can't stand having a bare garden out here just looking naked. Got to put a bathing suit top or something on it. So we're gonna plant a couple rows of something, make it come up.
I believe you're gonna get a whole row out of that pack.
No, there's gonna be more than a row. As you guys can see from the color of these are looking a little pale. We went back to the, it's probably like somebody going to the flea market, somebody going to Walmart. They got to buy something. We go to the hardware store, plant store, we got to buy something. These are 50% off. Mama went today on her lunch break from work.
They're actually 75% off, so how can you resist?
And we picked up several. We done our plants a little different this year. I don't think we're gonna do it next year, but they had bundles of 20. Saved a lot of money. They were a little smaller, but I'm not satisfied the way I'm satisfied, but not as satisfied as I normally would be. But we're gonna buy them this way next year in bundles of 6, a little bigger. And anyway, where was I going with that?
They're a little yellow, so we're gonna give them some little magic.
They're a little yellow, so if you hadn't watched our video on where we get our homemade fertilizer from, check that out. It'll be linked down in the description below, or linked down below somewhere.
I'll also link it at the end of this video.
Yeah. But we're gonna give them a little TLC, a little shot of steroid, or our steroid, or their steroid, I guess, per se. Plus, we got those bundles. That's where I was going to start with. We got those bundles this year, and I think they were mislabeled because we got a lot more bell pepper than we did jalapenos. And Mama loves her jalapenos. And I want to make sure that we put enough up this year to keep her satisfied. Because if you go to the grocery store and buy a handful of jalapenos, I think it's like a little bag for like $6.99. But we can get them from here and put them in the freezer, stick them in the air fryer, and they're ready to go.
Yeah, these may or may not have something to do with our homemade fertilizer. So you guys be sure and check that video out. I'll walk over here and show y'all the These are some more of our bargain plants. Those are cucumbers and the cherry tomatoes. They were on their last leg and they had them on clearance at the hardware store that we came back and planted later after our main garden. But all these ended up being bell pepper. So like you said, I think they were mislabeled because we usually do a few plants of bell pepper. These were some more bargain squash that he put a little TLC and magic that we were speaking of earlier on those, and they have really started coming out now. And so this is all we ended up with on jalapeno. That's still bell pepper, but the jalapeno started about right here. And just that little bit and that little bit. And normally we have a lot more plants than this. So that's why I went ahead and picked up a few of the bargain plants. Today on my lunch break. And our cucumbers, these are the best cucumbers that we have ever had. We've had the best luck this year with those. Beautiful deep green vines that are producing nice cucumbers, good shape. I think we missed this one, this big boy. I'll get him and tote him in. But really happy with our cucumbers this year. And like I say, we got those few that we picked up that you saw back up there under the trellis. So that'll be 6 more plants to trellis up the trellis Miss Sadie came up with. And all the tomato plants, they're still looking good, green, loaded down with tomatoes. We were very relieved to be able to get those peas and that other row of okra in, and especially when we walked out and saw that there was a good stand and they were already coming up and breaking the ground. It made us happy, and we're thankful for it. And also, as promised, I finally got the possum video up, so you guys be sure and check that out. And in the video, and I've also done a short and a community post asking for y'all's input on name suggestions for the little guy. And we've had some people submit some name suggestions. I'm going to go ahead and reveal those names now. They were George, or Jones, Tom, Chance, Rodeo. Put your input in the comments. You cast your vote on what name you think is best for our little possum friend, our little homestead rescue, so we can get him a permanent name. Another video that dropped this past week was another episode of Garden to Table with the cucumber corn salad that we have been talking about. So you guys be sure and check that out. It is an excellent dish to take to like summer cookouts.
It's real refreshing. Easy
It
to make.
is. Super easy, no cooking involved. All fresh ingredients that many of you probably have in your garden this time of the year. And like he said, very fresh and refreshing.
Every
It would
night.
go good with a fish fry. Like I say, any kind of summer gathering that you needed to take a little covered dish or side dish, it would be great. So you guys can check that out.
Well, tacos too.
Yeah, it'd be good on tacos. He's right. We had a good visit with TJ's kids come down. That's always nice when they come and chance to catch up.
They both work, and well, close to one works in Atlanta, one works close to Atlanta, so they don't get out a whole lot unless it's hunting or duck season. But yeah, it was real nice. We fried fish, had a good time. That's our social meal. That's our bring us together. Everybody in the family loves fish, so we fry fish, and when everybody gets together, everybody said, "Why y'all keep so many fish when you go catch them?" This is why. Because we got a big family. When you get everybody together,
We do.
because between it's just me and Mama, but when you get the kids together and their significant others, then you talking adding 8 more head to it. So that's why we keep so many fish. And we share with them, send them back with some when they come down, and share with family members and friends.
We all had a good time. Like I said, it's always nice when they come. They don't get to come down too often, but gives a chance to catch up, and we always enjoy it. But coming up this week, we're going to share one of our little garden secrets in our Laid Back to Garden episode that's going to drop. While we choose to pick our tomatoes a little early, so we're in the prime tomato season. So you guys be sure and check that out so you can see the benefits that you get from picking them early, or the benefits that we reap anyway. And like I said at the beginning, this video right here will also drop. So we're also going to throw some more videos in there. Not sure what they're going to be yet, but you guys stay tuned. And as always, we appreciate the support you give us by watching our videos. And we always want to build this into a community. So please always feel free to drop your comments, questions, suggestions. If you've got any advice or tips for us, please feel free to drop it in the comments.
Yeah, we can learn from y'all just like y'all can learn from us.
Absolutely. But until next Sunday, you guys take care. We'll see you then.
Appreciate y'all watching, guys. Thanks.